Peace, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for today's session of Jivanmukti Viveka. So basically, Jivanmukti Viveka is about enlightened life. We may start thinking that, oh, this text is only for people who are enlightened, how to live their life. No. Jivanmukti Viveka is not about for the enlightened people. They don't need any book for living. It is for a seeker to understand how enlightened life is. So in this, when we speak of this text, many times we refer to sannyasa or renunciation. You start thinking, oh, this book is not for us. See, I am a householder. So that is actually because of misconception about sannyasa. Any spiritual term can be confused, misunderstood. One day I was giving a class, doing class in Bhagavad Gita class in one place in South Canada. Somebody came and told me, Prabhuji, this is not for us. We are all samsaris. It's only for sannyasis. Sannyasi, who is sannyasi? Somebody who has left the house, job. Okay. So what people don't understand, a householder can be a samsari or sannyasi. If householder is continuously engaged in artha and kama, money and desire, he is a samsari. If householder is engaged in dharma and moksha, he is sannyasi. So this understanding is required. Otherwise, what will happen? We won't understand the essence of the scripture. A householder who is engaged in dharma and moksha, which is called Atmano Mokshartham Jagadidaya, is nothing but sannyasi. This is as per the Shri Krishna and Bhagavad Gita. So let us understand the meaning of Jivanmukti, context of Jivanmukti. So I told you, Jivanmukti has to be understood in a framework of what we call as 7 stages of enlightenment. Shubhecha, Vicharana, Tanumanasi, Sattvapati, Asamasakti, Padartha Bhavani, Turyaga. Last class I have explained this. Okay. So this framework will continue throughout this Jivanmukti Viveka. We'll understand at each stage much more closely and clearly. So first, please understand, sannyasa is a state of mind. It's not about dress. What state of mind you are is called sannyasa. Very important to understand. Otherwise, what will happen? We'll start mistaking. See, it's said in scriptures, na karmana, na prajaya, na dhenena, tyagena ike amritatam ashu. You cannot get mukti by karma, by children, or money. Only tyaga you can give mukti. So then tyaga is equal to sannyasa. So then many people crave for sannyasa. Oh, I will become sannyasi. One day I'll become a monk and I'll get enlightened, I'll get liberated. So that's all false understanding. In fact, I have heard people, I cannot get mukti if I don't become sannyasi. So I've heard people who are in the ICU. In the ICU, they ask for, give me sannyasa, so that at least I'll get mukti. Right? So this is actually gross misunderstanding of sannyasa. Sannyasa, the word sannyasa comes from samyak nyasaha, which means right holding, where your mind is properly deposited. That's called sannyasa. Okay, you may have a lifestyle of monk or your lifestyle householder, but ultimately, where is your mind? That's sannyasa. Here you have to understand one important call, renunciation. So I am holding this fruit in my hand, right? So now if I am holding this fruit in my hand, I cannot hold anything in my hand, this hand. To hold this remote in my hand, I have to drop the fruit. I can only hold the foot or a remote. Unless I drop the fruit, I cannot hold the remote. So that's where renunciation concept comes. You have to renounce something. Then only you can put your deposit your mind, focus your mind on reality. Renunciation and sannyasa go together. Renunciation means giving up. You have to give up. What will I give up? I'll give my family, I'll give my job. That's called karma sannyasa. But giving up what you are holding your attention is held somewhere. Your attention is the prisoner somewhere. That attention which is to be released, that has to be given up from that object. So where are how many objects are there? There are 5 anatmas, non-self. Your mind get attracted. It's called pancha anatma. What are the pancha anatma? I am the body, I am the mind. Okay, family or relationships, money and power. So we hold on. Our attention is fixed there. No matter what we do, our attention is fixed there. So no matter how many scriptures you listen, how much Vedanta you listen, unless you release the attention from that, you cannot get jnana properly. Because your attention is fixed somewhere. Why your attention is fixed somewhere? Because you think the happiness comes from money, power, position, friends, and the body. So we are looking for happiness from the objects of the world. It's called pancha anatma. So sannyasa means renunciation, means dropping. You can drop easily pancha or 3 anatmas. What is that? Out of 5 anatmas, what you can drop? Family you can drop. Job you can drop. Okay. And then position you can, job and money you can drop. Then you can become a monk. But most important thing which you should drop is ahankara and mamakara. I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect, and my concept. Even if you become a monk, the my concept, my family, my house, that concept will remain. So the understanding, 2 main things have to be dropped: ahankara and mamakara. Rest of things are secondary. So dropping what we call as family, out of 5 anatmas, family, job, and money is called formal sannyasa. Formal sannyasa means becoming a monk. Okay. But real sannyasa is dropping ahankara and mamakara. whether you have family, house, and wife or job, if you have dropped ahankara and mamakara, you are real sannyasi. So should not confuse between the lifestyle of sannyasa with the real sannyasa meaning. Are you clear? So here I'm taking, when I take Jivanmukti Viveka, I'm really focusing on the real meaning of sannyasa. Your lifestyle can change, but mind cannot change. No, ahankara, mamakara will be there. No, that's why sannyasi is a practitioner. He's a seeker. So somebody the other day asked me, who is great, grahastha or monk, sannyasi? What will I say? So this question itself is false. A householder can be a samsari. He may be suffering. Householder can be a karma yogi and looking for atma dhyana. Then he is sannyasi. So this question of sannyasi versus what happens is most of the householders feel, oh, sannyasis are very comfortable. They don't have any family. They don't have to take care of a child. They don't have to take care of a job. Life is comfortable. They crave for that. Not because of sannyasa. What is the real meaning of sannyasa? Oh, that's very comfortable. He is a monk. No, he has no problem in house. No problem in the office. No, nobody is coming and shouting. No boss is to answer. So we're looking for sannyasa for comfort of life. It's nothing to do with that. One day, Narada was talking to Bhagavan Vishnu. Narada wanted to find out Bhagavan Vishnu, who is a great devotee. Narada was feeling already Vishnu will say, I am great devotee, because 24 hours I chant God's name. So Bhagavan Vishnu says, my great devotee is in a village. He's a farmer. Narada gets shocked. So then he goes and hides behind a tree and watches this great devotee of Vishnu. So the morning when he before goes to Kheti, the agriculture, he'll do one puja, goes to the agriculture, does all the agriculture activity, comes back home, washes his feet and does namaskara and goes to sleep. Now, what kind of devotee is this? Morning one namaskara, evening one namaskara. Okay? That's all. And I'm chanting 24 hours God's name. So Narada represents the monk here, and the farmer represents the household. He goes and complains to Vishnu. What is he doing? How he qualifies? He is actually jealousy. Narada is getting jealous. Bhagavan Vishnu says, see, he has a lot of responsibility in life. Agriculture, taking care of family, taking children. He does namaskar once in the morning and evening. But throughout the day, when he is doing any work, he dedicates the work to me. That means he is connected to me all the 24 hours. He is a great devotee. So basically, householder has a lot of responsibilities. Performing their responsibility, keeping the mind on God or self-realization, Atma, is greater than a monk who is doing full time. Okay. So because you are actually amidst all difficulties, you are able to keep your mind on God, whereas a monk has no responsibility, keeps on mind on God, which is bit greater. So it's like a runner running with 10 kg on head and runner running right-handed, who is great. So that's why who is greater, monk and householder? The question is invalid, because you have to understand what is happening inside the mind, not what's happening outside. Sannyasa is a state of mind. So that's where renunciation is very important. The concept of renunciation. What is renunciation? Shubhecha. Somebody has a desire for enlightenment. Anybody has to get a desire for enlightenment only when he is dissatisfied with what he has. Right? If you are not dissatisfied, why will you look for something else? If somebody is dissatisfied with a job, he will look for another job. If somebody is dissatisfied with marriage, he will look for a divorce. Only what is available to you. If you are dissatisfied, only you look for something. Shubhecha, desire for enlightenment, will come only you understand what is available to me is not satisfactory. Okay. And that dissatisfaction is called vairagya. So people think that dissatisfaction, I don't want this, I don't want this. That's called dvesha. Real dissatisfaction comes out of maturity of understanding life. A mature person is called sannyasi. A maturity of the mind is called sannyasi. In maturity of the mind, a person becomes mature. He understands job, family, relationships, money, power, position, body and mind cannot give me eternal happiness. In fact, these are cause of suffering for me. So that understanding is called sannyasa. Then he is ready for, then he comes to shubhecha. So now people think, oh, he has become sannyasa, he has dissatisfied life, he has detachment. Vairagya, that is not detachment. Vairagya is with maturity or understood. This is the nature of this. Now you are neither attracted nor repulsed by that. The example I give is, when childhood we are attracted to marbles. We collect marbles. Okay, so happy. I have 100 marbles. If one marble is lost, you will cry. At the age of, let's say, 25, even 100 marbles are there, you don't care. It's not, it doesn't matter to you. Because marbles don't give you happiness. But marbles don't cause you suffering also. If loss of marbles also cause suffering, having marbles also will not happen. That's called sannyasa for the marble. Understand? But now, at the age of 25, you have other marbles. You have wife, you have job, you have family, your money, Okay. So now you have other marbles. That marble, those old marbles, glass marbles are gone. Now bigger marbles are there. A car. So you are holding on to that. Now you are not sannyasi, you are samsari because holding. If you're holding on to something, that holding causes you suffering. If holding causes you suffering, it's called samsari. If you're able to give up the holding, you are called sannyasi. So marble sannyasi you understood now. The marble sannyasi has to apply to family, relationships, friends, and money. It's not that I hate them. It's not that I get attracted to them. I'm neutral. That's called vairagya. I understood the limitation of that. Right? So that is called vairagya. Have you seen how a monkey catcher catches a monkey? He puts peanuts in a jar and monkey catches peanuts, holds the peanuts and hand will not come out. So the monkey catcher will come and make the monkey dance. Even a small thing you are holding in life can make you slave. It's not a physical holding, I'm saying, psychological holding. You become a slave of that what you are holding. So sannyasa is declaration of independence. I won't be slave to anything. Have you declared your independence? What are you slave of? Sannyasa is declaration of independence, renunciation. Nothing can hold me. Nothing can cause me hurt, attachment, or repulsion. I don't have. Neutral. It's okay. It's there. That is called renunciation. So only one person has renunciation, which is actually called first stage of sannyasa. You have entered. It's called shubhecha. Okay. So this whole discussion of Jivanmukti is for sannyasis. If you are a householder, it won't work for you. You are holding on to something. You have understood the limitation of everything. Then you have become sannyasi. Then you listen. No, not because I have changed my dress. Nothing to do with changing dress. If dress change is sannyasa, the greatest sannyasi is Ravana. Very well dressed as sannyasa, monk. No. Yeah. Shubha Icha. Means. So from this point below, Shubhecha point below, Vividisha sannyasa starts. And 0.5 below, Vidut sannyasa starts. Sannyasa is a lifestyle, state of mind. So please understand there are two lifestyles of a householder and a monk. A householder can be a samsari when he holds on to something, pancha anatmas. What is that? Relationships, money, position. Okay. Body and mind. This pancha anatmas cause tremendous disturbance. Then it's called samsari. If he has understood the limitation of this and trying to come out of this, then he will live a life of karma yoga and atma dana. Atmano mokshartam, jagataya, shravana mana nidyasa and service. Then he is no longer a samsari. He is sannyasi now. Understand the difference. Now there is a sannyasi, monk, who has given up panchanatma. Out of panchanatma, 5 anatma, he has given up 3. Relationship, money, and position. But 2 he is holding. Ahankara, mamakara. Now he is trying to get rid of that. That's why he has left the other 3. Same way, householders get rid of these 2. Ahankara and mamakara. By Atma Vichara, Shravana Mana Nidyasa, and Karma Yoga. So both are sannyasi as per Sri Krishna and Bhagavad Gita. 2 lifestyles. The difference is that a householder has an active lifestyle. A monk has no active lifestyle. He is a retired or passive lifestyle. Okay. So householder has to do work, but in the work he has to be very balanced. Attention should be on Atma. Again, go back to Atma. So sannyasa means dropping what we call as karma. Karma means it's called karma sannyasa. Earning for livelihood. Whatever you are required for earning for livelihood, or earning for family, all those things you are dropping. Whereas a householder has to be wise. Wisely, you have to drop the doership, which is ahankara mamakara. That can happen with it's called Dana Karma Sannyasa. So Dana Karma Sannyasa is what is for the householder. Okay. Whereas Karma Sannyasa is for the monk. So which of this is better? Karma Sannyasa or Dana Karma Sannyasa? Okay. So now these are also related to 4 stages of life. Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. Right? So in the stages of life, Sannyasa is a stage of life. Okay. So typically Brahmacharya is up to the age of 18 earlier. Now it's up to the age of 24. Grahastha is after getting married. Okay. And retired Vanaprastha is at the age of 60. Some people don't retire even at the age of 80. That's a different thing. Okay. Then Sannyasa is beyond the age of retirement. Supposed to be. Okay. So now here the Sannyasa has to be understood in the context of Ashrama Dharma. Brahmacharya Ashrama is where he studies about Brahman, about God. Okay. Then also he studies physics and chemistry and biology. If he studies physics and chemistry and biology only, then he doesn't understand life. Brahmacharya means Brahmadnana, knowledge of the self. Then only it becomes Brahmachari. Grahastha Ashrama becomes Grahastha, householder, only when Dharma, Artha, Kama is there. Now most of the householders are Artha and Kama. Then he is called Samsari. Then in Vanaprastha Ashrama, Dharma and Upasana are there. Dharma and Upasana, meditation. In Sannyasa Ashrama, Jnana, focus completely on Atma Jnana. Huh? Vanaprastha means he is retired and he still has some social interactions of teaching and helping people. And he is not completely focused on Atma Vichara. He is focused on Upasana, different types of Upasana of God. It's called, that's why it's called the Vanaprastha Ashrama comes in Upasana Kanda of Vedas. After that, Sannyasa. After that, yeah. Okay, now this is what we call stages of life. Again, you have to understand very clearly. The stages of life is not related to mental maturity. A person may be very young, but may be much more mature than you. It has nothing to do with physical age. A person may have gray hairs, but brain may be not mature. We do namaskar for elder people, right? So gray hair means wisdom. Gray hair doesn't mean wisdom is inside. So age doesn't mean, please Narsimhamurthy, please listen. Age has nothing to do with ashrama. Ashrama, when you say brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa, it is what world looks at you. It is a social status. Whereas real brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa is your mental maturity. At the age of 10, a person may be sannyasi if he is mature enough. So I'll give you an example. So Narsimhamurthy, please understand, the brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa is as society looks at you. But what is your maturity internally is brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa. If a child is engaged, if child is engaged in spiritual activity at a young age and understands life, they are much better than sannyasis already. While a sannyasi has an ashram and he is constantly looking for, oh, how many disciples I have, or okay, how much money I have to earn, okay, right? Then he's not sannyasi, he is a householder. He is not even a householder, he is a samsari. Okay. Similarly, a person, I'll give you an example. Brahmacharya means education, child studies. Grahastha means householder. Vanaprastha means retired. Sannyasa means finally dedicated to God. This is how life is. But a person be mature very fast also, depending on his past life karma, depending on maturity, he can be householder but can be sannyasi, provided he engages in Atma Mokshartam, Jagataya. A sannyasi can be householder when he constantly worries about number of shishyas we have. Oh, this shishya didn't come, he didn't even show face to me. So he is actually samsari, suffering. So please understand, brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa, always is restricted to state of mind. Okay. So whenever I discuss sannyasa, please understand, oh, this is not about textbook for sannyasis, it's textbook for grahasthas also, depending what state of maturity you have. Are you clear? So, householder, Narsimurti asks, householder. Yes, Narsimurti, householder is less than, it's greater than 24. Sorry. No, everything is a status in society from outside. Internally, it's a state of mind. One who is holding on to dharma. Are you holding on to dharma or artha and kama?
What does dharma have to do with grihastha? Is somebody who is taking care of.
No, that's your understanding. So what is grahastha? How is grahastha? Is a state of mind. So grahastha, everything is called ashrama. What is the meaning of ashrama? No. Ashrama means where there's no shrama, there's no stress. So a brahmachari can be ashrama. That means a student life can be ashrama or shrama. The equivalent of shrama is called stress. Today's world. Okay, students are so stressed they commit suicide. Okay, they get into drug addiction. Now there's no ashrama. Brahmacharya is no ashrama is there. It's only shrama is there. Stress is there. Why? Because there's no focus on Brahman. There's no focus on God. There's no focus on self-realization. In student life, with all the stress, if you're focused on Atmadana, you'll be peaceful. So grahastha ashrama. Graha means you're stabilized in the house. What is your house? Is house made up of 4 walls? That's not house. The house is 4 walls compared in the society. The house is where you are comfortable, where it brings peace. Only when you are established in dharma and you have artha and kama, then it's called grahastha. So it's a state of mind. Dharma is a state of mind, understanding. Vanaprastha means retired life. So what is retired life? Morning newspaper, Netflix, where is my coffee, where is my tea? And these politicians like this, there is not retired life. Retired life is vanaprastha. Vanaprastha means you have to go to forest. What is the meaning of going to forest is you have to go away from the noise which is created by the city. Functions, religions, all those things. Politics. So your mind is focused on God. Devotion, upasana. That's called vanaprastha ashrama. And sannyasa ashrama is exclusively focused on atmadana. Shravana, manana, nidhyasa. And if grahastha is engaged in karma yoga and shravana, manana, nidhyasa is together is called sannyasa ashrama. Sannyasa. So ashrama, as society looks at you, and ashrama is a state of mind, you have to differentiate. Others will be confusing. Are we clear? So now scriptures describe the different types of sannyasis. Okay. There are different types of sannyasis. What is called bahudaka, Kutichara, Parivrajaka, Hamsa, Paramahamsa, and then what we call as yeah, there are 5 different types of sannyasa. Sannyasi category, 5 different types. And 5 different lifestyles of sannyasa. So you have to really understand that this is traditional sannyasa as society sees the sannyasis. But what you have to understand is it applies to you also, householder also, as a state of mind. I am going to tell you how it applies to householder. So the first level of sannyasa, the type of sannyasa which you are speaking of, first is called Bahudaka. Bahudaka means a monk. Udaka means water. Bahudaka means a monk takes water from many places. Actually, it means water from many places means he lives by begging for food. He goes house to house seeking food. It's called Bahudaka. Water in one house is different, another water in another house is different. It's called Bahudaka. Okay. Bahudaka is called, nature of sin is called wandering monk. Typically, oh, he's a wandering monk, he say, no, it's called Bahudaka. Okay. So please understand, just because somebody has become monk, he has not become Gnani. He is struggling for his own control of mind. Please understand that. He is a seeker like you. I have a student who was a Bahudaka, who is a monk, who had taken monk. He comes and tells me, a monk is supposed to go and beg food at the various houses. I'm telling one of my monk student. He goes to beg food from different houses. Then that's called Bahudaka. And that's also called Madhukari Vrati, begging food from various houses. So then when the lady gives the food to him, they should not eat the food like that. They have to mix it so that they don't get attached to taste. Control of the tongue. He is still trying to master the tongue. Then he says, every time somebody gives the food, he feels that, what are these householders? No, they are samsaris. I'm sannyasi, I'm great. The ego is already boosting up. I'm sannyasi. Understand? Just because somebody has become sannyasi is not something is great. He is struggling over his ego. Bahudaka means somebody is struggling over his tongue. Taste habits. If somebody gives food, Mysore pak, somebody gives jalebi, somebody gives yesterday's rice, just mix it and eat it. So that he doesn't get attached to tongue. So what do people do? Don't not get attached to tongue. Diet. The diet parish is called wandering monk. Forced diet. Whereas you have controlled diet. Right? Intermittent fasting. They're all come under this category. And after you have 40, 50 years, Bahudaka will become naturally Bahudaka. You will not eat sugar and you eat only this much. So this is how it applies to householder. For householder you have to become monk, Bahudaka, simply you have to get diabetes. After that, everything will be fine. Right? So he is consciously trying to get a control trend. He's called wandering monk. When it comes to householder, it's wandering attention. Wandering monk is a physical body. And why he wanders? Because mind is also wandering for him. Mind is wandering. So a householder, as applied householder, it is actually wandering mind. I want to sit for meditation. Mind goes. Immediately remember what has to be done in the kitchen. See, that post I have to post. So mind is constantly wandering. You are the wandering monk. Your mind is the wandering monk. Okay? So if your mind is in the wandering monk stage, you are in the Bahudaka stage. Of course, you are controlling tongue also. So this stage is called Shubhecha and Vichara. Here it's where Vividisha Sannyasa starts. No, he's already inquiring. He's already started. He's looking for his own self-realization. He may be looking for master, or he may be looking for self-realization. His Vicharana has started, not full Vicharana. So that's why it comes Vividisha Sannyasa. Stage has begun. So all of you who have come to Vedanta study, you have entered into this Vividisha Sannyasa. Whether Bahudaka you have become or not, I don't know. If you tell me whether you have diabetes or not, I'll say you are Bahubudaka or not. Okay, if somebody asks you go, you want that there are some sweets, you know, eat soda. Only small piece. That's what Bahudaka is about to do. Others will be affected by diabetes. So nature has a way of teaching you how to become monk. Diabetes is one way.
If attention is wandering, how can he be called as a monk?
The monk, because he has changed the dress, he has left the work.
The householder can.
Yeah, that's why I said no. Sannyasa is a state of mind for householder. So he is wandering because his mind is wandering. Physically, people are seeing him wandering. That's why he's calling him a monk. Householder is not physically wandering. Mind is wandering. Still, it's a state of mind. Attention is the state of mind. So actually, sannyasa is a state of mind. If attention is wandering, it's a. But he's still remembering. I am Atman. I want to go back to Atman. That's why I said the condition is you have come to AVSC. That's why the beginning of the Vichara sannyasa. If you are samsari, I'm not speaking of this. This whole discussion is about sannyasi. Clear? It doesn't apply to people who are, oh, my life is very happy, I am enjoying office, panchanatma. It doesn't apply. Then he's not sannyasi. If you are come to study of Vedanta, Shravana Man Nidyasa, then mind is wandering, then you're called this stage. Shubhecha Vicharana. So then comes the Parivrajaka. Parivrajaka means once he keeps on wandering. Okay. What is the Parivrajaka? He is not supposed to stay at one place for 3 days. Okay. So Bahudaka is trying to get control of his tongue. Parivraja is trying to get control of his relationships. At any place, more than 3 days, the relationship will come now. Ah, my friend. Oh, this person I don't like. So he wants to cut off all relationships in 3 days. 3 days, he can't stay anywhere. He has to keep moving. He is trying to overcome relationship problems. Okay. So this comes in the Vividisha Sannyasa. Correct? Focused on, now he starts becoming more focused. So he's called Parivrajaka because Parivrajaka not only wanders, at some place he gives you teaching also. That's called Parivrajaka Acharya. He gives a teaching also. Some whatever he's learned, he starts giving teaching. It's like more like a what you call as a scholar. So as the household is concerned, this stage is equal to study of Vedanta and Karma Yoga. Study of Vedanta, you will do study yoga and you coordinate, you help other people in help in other people learning. So that part of the study, teaching. So that comes the Parivrajaka. Mind is still wandering.
3-day rule is not applicable.
3 days?
Householder.
No. Mind can go in 1 minute. Householder is saying he is taking a lot of load. With that load, he is trying to control his mind. Whereas sannyasi drops the load, he is controlling his mind. Very different. Right? So householder has developed has to have much more higher stamina because he's taking higher load and focusing on. So Vedanta study and Karma Yoga, AVSC is at this stage. Then Tanumanasi, mind becomes very subtle. Have you seen the people who have come to go through Vedanta study, AVSC, meditation and all, mind becomes very subtle. They can immediately distinguish somebody who has not understood Jnana. The mind becomes very refined. It's called Tanumanasi. Then it becomes Kutichara. So in the Kutichara stage, somebody stops wandering. Either he has got tired, or he has become retired, he has become old, or he has understood, okay, too much of wandering, mind is wandering. Let me sit in one place and contemplate. So the place where he sits contemplate is called Kuti. Kutira means hut. Right? So, no. Kutira. House, yeah, it is Kutastha also, but he says, I'm settled now. I'm resting. Okay. Resting can happen because he has got tired of walking, going. Resting can be because he has become old. Resting can be, okay, now enough of mind wandering, I have to go inwards. Okay. So it's called Kutichara. So as far as household is concerned, the Kutichara stage is mind is settled in the body. Earlier mind was jumping in the past and future. The body is the Kutira. Body is the house. So your mind has, now you're able to sit for some time. Go inwards. This is the stage of Tanumanasi. Okay. So now he becomes enlightened. Stage, next stage. Hamsa, there's another stage called Hamsa Sannyasi also. So I have spoken of Bahudaka, Parivrajaka, Kutichara, now Hamsa Sannyasi. Hamsa means Jiva. Individual is called Hamsa. I and you are called Hamsa. Why? Because when you breathe in, the hum sound comes. When we are breathing, so sound comes. When you breathe out, hum comes. So hum keeps on happening. That's called Hamsa. Hamsa is a swan. Okay. So this person is Hamsa. That means his Jiva Bhava has not gone. I am Jiva. That means still identity is there. I am the body, mind, intellect. Identity is there. Jiva Bhava is there. But he is not interested in full liberation. He is interested in going to higher level loka. He is seeking for some loka, higher level loka, much more comfortable than earth. Earth, he has understood, is uncomfortable.
But in the first he started Vichara.
Vichara has started, but still desire for higher level loka has not gone now. I'll give you an example. This one real example. One 98-year-old man asked me to come to his house. I want your blessings. So I went to his house. I was amazed by his understanding of life, scholarly. He has read scriptures, he has read Bhagavad Gita, he has understood life, everything. Okay, he says, please bless me. What? I should get a good birth in next life. So desires won't go. With all the Atma, desires won't go. Somewhere it will be something will be holding on. Just because somebody is monk, become monk, doesn't mean that everything is cut off. No, ultimately it's ahankara, mahankara has to be cut off. With proper jnana only it can cut off. It's called Hamsa. They are all great. Hamsa Sannyasi. Then Hamsa Sannyasi is equivalent of in what you call as our householder point of view. He can be devotee, bhakta. See, bhakta, what happened? Bhakta understands everything in the world is disturbing. God only can hold me. So he constantly remembers God. So he qualifies for Brahmaloka. Means higher level loka. Hamsa Sannyasi qualifies for higher loka. He is Vedic Sannyasi. Now, and in also you can be Shravana Mana Nidyas we are doing, right? Our like Veda AVC, Shravana Mana Nidyas we are doing Karma Yoga. But still there can be desire. I want to meet God. I want to go to the loka, some deity. See, I have great regard for Rama or Krishna. I want to have a darshan of Rama and Krishna. I want to go to that loka. So that desire will take you to that loka. That stage is called Hamsa Sannyasa. Are you clear? So then comes the Vidvat Sannyasa. At this stage, what happened? So then he gets enlightened. Stage number 4, Aparoksha Jnana comes. When he Aparoksha Jnana, or he has got self-realized, it's called Brahmavid. Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvarenya. So he goes to 3 stages. In these stages, he is no longer sannyasi. He has gone beyond sannyasa. Okay. He is no longer practitioner. He is actually, all the people who have gone to stage 4, they need not go to stage 7. Based on their prarabdha karma, they continue to be in stage 4. Or they may go to 5, or they may go to 6, or they may go to 7. Depending on prarabdha karma. It's not guaranteed. Okay, if somebody is going from 4 to 7, then he is called Vidva Sannyasa. He wants to do complete Vasanakshaya. He wants to clear up entire Vasanas, and Manonasha he wants to have 100%.
Self-realization you have kept in the last one, 7th stage.
Brahmavid, this is actually called Jivanmukti. Instead of self-realization, I'll call it as Jivanmukti. Self-realization has happened earlier. No, yeah, don't confuse. See, sannyasa is a way of life. Jivanmukti. Brahmavid, he has become Brahmavid. He has a status, no? He said Jnana Bhumika, no? Why are you confused? Gnana Bhumika with the state sannyasa.
Yeah, because you are comparing both.
Look very carefully. No, what I'm saying. See what I'm saying. Sannyasa is a stage of life or way of life, right? Okay. In that way of life, somebody has attained a plane of consciousness called Gnana Bhumika. This is a plane of consciousness. Stage of enlightenment. Correct? So he can continue the stage of enlightenment, or he can proceed, or he can go deeper, further. Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvarenya.
It's not given.
See, I have told already. All of them are called Jivanmuktas. Stage 4 to stage 7 called Jivanmuktas.
Then this is confusing. It's only 7 years saying that
Listen carefully. No? I'm saying I'm going to detail every step, every class I'm going to detail. Do not get confused now. Just understand this much. A perfect Jivanmukta is called final Sadguru. This stage, Paramahamsa stage. Perfect. Okay. So these are all Jivanmukta in progress. Stage 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's some degree of Bhoga Vasana which will come and go in that. Completely in 7, it's already gone. Completely. Cleaned up.
Jivanmukta is somebody who is out of the cycle of birth and death, right?
Jivanmukta is out of cycle of birth and death.
That is applicable for Buddha sannyasa.
That's applicable to 4, 5, 6, 7 stages. Okay. So now, Jivanmukti doesn't mean freedom from cycle of birth and death. Jivanmukti means a enlightened living is called Jivanmukti. One who is living an enlightened life is called Jivanmukta. Jivana Mukta. Mukta Jivana means he is living freely in his life. Right? Now, the degree of Vasana and Samskara, Bhoga Vasana, is different in 4, 5, 6, 7. They may appear and disappear. Whereas 7 is completely cleaned up. So 4, 5, 6, 7 are free from Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvarena, Brahmavid. They are free from cycle of birth and rebirth. Now, if you ask the question, are they free from cycle of birth this life or next life? There may be slight variation depending on the Vasana and Samskara. But they are completely free from cycle of birth and rebirth.
Ask about this. He says that next birth, that itself means that he is not
Jivana Mukta.
Okay.
Jivana Mukta means what?
Living.
While he is living, Mukta from what? He is free from disturbance of the mind by and large. Mind is ultimately trouble. No, Ahankara, Mamakara troubles. So Ahankara, Mamakara is by and large gone. The mind doesn't trouble him.
So where does Videha Mukti fall into this?
Videha Mukti is stage number Aparoksha Dhyana. Stage number 4 is called Videha Mukti. He has realized I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect. Nanu Nanembudu Nanalla, Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla, Sachidananda Atma Shivanam Nane Shivoham is realized at the stage 4. So now 4, 5, 6, 7 is more and more clean up of Bhoga Vasanas, which are pending with the Prarabdha Dharma.
May or may not happen for every.
Which may or may not happen for everybody, but everybody is guaranteed that they are free from cycle of birth and rebirth. So what happens is because of Bhoga Vasanas there, they may be momentarily disturbed. Disturbances can come. Okay. So in case of Brahmavid, they are cleaned up completely, almost. So now we are coming to a Vairagya meter, dispassion meter. So Vairagya term also you have to understand very clearly. Oh, do I have Vairagya or not? You'll ask. Guruji, tell me Vairagya or not. I'll give Vairagya meter. You check up whether you have Vairagya or not. So there is called Manda Vairagya. Light detachment. There is called Tivra Vairagya. Salpa heavy detachment. Heavy dispassion. And Tivratara Vairagya. Very heavy. So Manda Vairagya example is some of the friend or relative has died. Oh, what life, yeah. There's no meaning in life at all. One day, next day, where is my coffee? Okay, what movie I can go? In one day, it's gone. Vairagya. It's called temporary. It's called Smashana Vairagya. Some relative or friend dies. Right? In reality, the other day, 2 days back, my classmate has died. My age group, 61 years. Okay. So our classmates of 61 years, we have about 20, 25 people. Everybody is, oh my God, our own age guy, what life, yeah. When is our turn, we don't know. Next month discussion. Which hotel will go? So it's called temporary. It's Manda Vairagya. Some setup is in there. Then it's called Prasava Vairagya. Prasava Vairagya is when women gives birth to a child. Very painful. Actually, birth of a child is nothing but birth and death for a mother, actually, practically. Very painful. Oh, what a life, yeah. Okay. I don't want any more children. Then the pain, labor pain is over. Oh, my child, attachment will start. Momentary Vairagya is gone. It's called Prasava Vairagya. Then Kshanika Vairagya is there. What? I lost my job. What kind of life is this here? Okay. And again, next search for a job starts. Some moment loss can cause us a feeling of, oh, there's no use. It's temporary. All those things will come. But next moment it will start again. It's called Manda Vairagya. Temporary. Okay. So then there is called Tivra Vairagya. What is Tivra Vairagya? So now is the Vairagya meter is there for you. Now you decide where you are. Tivra Vairagya guy, okay, he knows everything in this world is useless. All practically, all Pancha Anatma, right? Family, relationships, okay, then money, everything is temporary, he knows. He'll always say, yeah, all this temporary, nothing is there. Only God's place is great. So he is looking for some safer place, God's place. He is looking for higher loka, where this distance is not there. It's Tivra Vairagya only. He has understood everything in the world is temporary. But he wants to look for some permanent happiness, permanent joy, to be with the God, to enjoy life, have nice prasadam. So go to higher level loka, Brahma loka, Vaikuntha loka, Kash, Shiva loka, some loka you go, which is much safer than earthly plane. Okay, it's called Tivra Vairagya. And many of them are devotees. They'll sing, dance, do bhajans, prayers, because they want to go to higher level loka. Their Vairagya is Tivra. Compared to Manda Vairagya, is heavy only. Then comes the strong dispassion. It's called Tivratara. I don't want any loka. I don't want any cycle of birth and rebirth. I want mukti, freedom, altogether. It's called Tivratara Vairagya. So in the Vairagya meter, where you stand, you check up. So now, depending on the Vairagya, what will happen after death also is different. So using your Vairagya meter, you can find out where you are going. Manda Vairagya means some temporary something, detached dispassion. What is the characteristic of the householder or sannyasi? He is seeking happiness from the objects. Okay. So the moment some death is there, he will be some detachment will come. Next moment is back to normal. Right? Back to his worldly life. So such a person will come back. He will be born in earthly plane. Earthly plane is called Anatma Manushaloka. There is only Atma Loka. It's called enlightenment. Everything else is Anatma Loka. A Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartano Arjuna Ma Mupeti to Kaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyate Bhagavad Sri Krishna says. All the Loka up to Brahma Loka, 14 level Lokas, Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swarloka, Mahaloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Satyaloka, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Patala. 14 level Lokas are Lokas means planes of existence. They are living beings. Okay. So Tivra Vairagya guys is saying another Loka where living beings are there, which is more comfortable. Like India is very comfortable, uncomfortable. I'll go to foreign country, America, like that. He was going for, that's called Tivra Vairagya. Tivra Vairagya, all are temporary. Whereas this guy Manda Vairagya, he will again born earthly plane. How many times? Millions and billions of times. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatare Shayanam. again takes birth in the early plane. One who has Manda Vairagya. Nothing wrong in that. It's only that he has not become mature. Right? So second is strong Vairagya, Tivra Vairagya. Tivra Vairagya category, Bahudaka Sannyasi, Parivrajak Sannyasi, Kutichara Sannyasi. They come in this category. So Bahudaka Sannyasi and Kutichara Sannyasi, their mind is still wandering. Their still mind is not settled on self or God. Okay. They go to Pitraloka, called mains, ancestral world. They're called Pitraloka. And in case of householder, there are people who do rituals very properly. This ritual, that ritual, this puja, that puja, they do properly. Okay. They constantly search for happiness. Some of them, okay, I will go to this technique, yeah, this practice, that practice, this yoga, that yoga, this breathing practice, like that. They'll try to find some happiness. Still, the mind is wandering. Okay. So they and there are some people who are, okay, I understood something. Everything in the world is not very important. I want to keep away from everything. Aloofness. So these people go to what you call Anatma Pitraloka. Pitraloka means the world of the ancestor, which is Anatma, not self. So then Hamsa Sannyasi, Hamsa Sannyasi, he is actually wandering all around, but he was wondering why Hamsa Sannyasi is Hamsa Sannyasi is he has a dispassion, Tivra Vairagya. But the dispassion is, I don't want worldly life, I want a heavenly life. Vaikunta or Shivaloka or Brahmaloka. So that's the what we call it. And typically, people who are settled down in Shakti Darshana are at this level. Anatma Devaloka. So then comes the finally Paramahamsa. Paramahamsa is supreme. He is the one who has gone 4, 5, 6, 7. Self-enquiry. He is completely focused on self-enquiry. He doesn't want any loka, no rebirth. Neither Brahma Loka, Deva Loka, Vishnu Loka, Vaikunta Loka doesn't attract him. He says, I want to get full realization. So that guy goes to Atma Loka. Anatma is gone. Everything is self Brahman. Sarvam Khalu is Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. He realizes fully. Okay, this stage is called Vidvat Sannyasa. To come to that level.
Only when very strong dispassion happens that Suvecha comes, moksha comes, right? Otherwise, nobody wants moksha.
I'm saying this are told. Somebody has got a dispassion.
So maybe that Bahudaka guy also has Tivratara, but somewhere he has to start Papa, he's starting from AGS. Right? But you can't put him in that normal Tivra Loka.
No. See, people have.
When you are saying he's following rituals, no, he's doing Vedanta study.
So
that is what you showed. Yeah, it's not rituals and he's not stuck there. He's doing Vedanta study. Actually, he has Tivrata.
See, here when I say Bahudaka Sannyasa, Bahudaka, the mind is wandering. Okay. Now what is happening?
He's in the path.
Yeah, he's in the path. So okay. Now that's okay.
That detachment started.
Okay. No, I'll grade grace marks. I have a doubt. You have a doubt. Okay. Wait. So Vedanta. No, I missed it actually. So correct, you are right on that. Yes. What is your doubt?
So how does the second and third, the Tivra and Tivra person react when somebody dies?
No. See, in the first, the other people.
On the one, okay, they react and then they continue with their.
They continue. They may suffer also. See, the question is not. Let's say somebody's mother died. Okay, example. So he may say, "Oh, what life is all temporary. Nothing has to be done. What should I do in life?" Like that question will come. It's called vairagya.
Yeah.
One day it will come. But he may suffer because of mother's death for 10 years. Okay? Yeah. I'm speaking of Vairagya Port. Yeah. Suffering I'm not speaking of. Right? So a person who has very, what I'm saying is Tivratana, if somebody dies, he says, okay, he has gone to Bhagavan. Okay? I also want to go to Bhagavan. Except here it has less distance. Okay? Whereas Tivratara, some Tivratara, he understands. Nobody dies and nobody dies and born. So he's not affected. So their reaction to life is very different. So somebody, for a Tivra, this thing, somebody dies, oh, he has gone to Bhagavan. Okay, I want to go, also want to go. Like that you will say. Okay, so here in Bahudaka, I have added Vedanta study also. Okay. So, anybody has any questions on Zoom? Huh? Yes, Deepa, any questions?
No, namaskara Guruji. ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿಯಿಂದ ಇಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಆನಂದ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವೇ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ನಾನಾಗೆ ನಾನು ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸುಳ್ಳಾಗತ್ತದು. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಸೆಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ 3 meters, I want to go on to the red meter. I don't know on which meter I am, but I have to go for the red meter for definitely for sure.
Okay, very good. So any questions, Anantan, Shravan?
Yeah, Prabhu, message alli hakidde. What is the best method to know what one is holding on to, since one may not realize to what one is holding?
Okay, so what is the best method to know what one is holding on to, since one may not realize to what one is holding on to?
Because adu gottadre everything will be clear.
So what is one holding on to? You can find out what gives you repeated thoughts, what gives you disturbance, repeated thoughts, right? Or actually mind is constantly gets focused on that. That's called what you are holding on. So for example, a woman go to office. Okay, she is working in the office for money, salary, but her mind is constantly on the child. She is holding on to the child, because where your mind is constantly holding on, thoughts are coming, that's called holding on. Where your mind is constantly trying to get it.
If it is varying, like, see, one moment something will be there, other moment something may come. See, what exactly the root of the holding?
Root is always ahankara bhamakara. Root is every time is ahankara bhamakara.
Oh, that is the deepest level.
The deepest level is ahankara bhamakara. In that, in the ahankara, so many specializations are there. Okay, ahankara is I am, mamakara is mine. So these will give rise to thoughts. In I am a man, I am a smart, I am a superman. You can give so many thoughts. You're holding on to your beauty, right? So corresponding to what identity you have can give rise to thoughts. Mamakara means what you think yours can give rise to thoughts. And finally, for a seeker, I am a seeker can also hold on. Oh, I am a seeker, I am seeking something. I want to get something. That is the final hold.
So are you saying that, say, for example, I want to be peaceful through meditation? Although is it a holding on to meditation?
You're holding on to peace through meditation. Okay. Peace is for nature. So meditation becomes the means.
True. Then how do you let go? If you're not doing meditation at all, then that
no. You have to do meditation. So when the meditation with the deep Atma Vichara, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa, you will be able to recognize your true nature as peace. Then you will drop meditation.
At the understanding level, yes, I am peace, I am everything is understood. But that is not...
That is understood not at the deeper level, because still some subtle impressions are holding it. That subtle impression will go with the proper Atma Vichara only. The proper deep-rooted self-enquiry only can release it. Not the surface level.
So that once again is through meditation, or
meditation is always meditation is third stage actually. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Nididhyasa is equal to meditation. So now Shravana, Manana is a clarity which is arising and deeper and going deeper and deeper within you. That clarity somewhere still there'll be gaps. That gap is causing to hold on to a process called meditation. Nothing wrong in the meditation. Meditation, actually, meditation has 2 dimensions. One is called shamata, means bringing peace, and jnana, which is called nididhyasa. The nididhyasa, to clear it happen, the crystal clear clarity, understanding has got to go deep inside. That is called nididhyasa.
Okay. One more query I have.
Did I answer your first question?
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So deep-rooted impression, which is still not allowing you to recognize your true nature, has to be sorted out at the conscious level.
And that has to come through repeated
Shravana, manana, contemplation. Shravana means listening to Vedantic scriptures, and manana. Others, what will happen? For my peace, I need meditation, will come. You are holding on to meditation. Nothing wrong in that. It's better than holding on to a job, wife, or whiskey, or alcohol, or movie. Holding on to meditation is better. But even meditation, it's called, the holding on to meditation is called in Vedantic language, samadhi sukha. I enjoy the sukha of samadhi or meditation. Even that also is a block. You have to drop it by recognizing your true nature. Then only sahaja samadhi, natural state. Okay, next question.
Okay, next question, it's at the practical level. See, protecting one's material object, is it mamakara or?
Nothing. See, material object you have to protect is your responsibility, duty, right? You're a householder. Tomorrow, if you don't have food or you don't have fees for children's education, nobody will give it to you. Okay? So you have to take care of your wealth. You have to earn your wealth properly. You have to save properly. You have to spend properly. You have to hold on to, you have to do dharmic way. You have to spend the wealth also. Nothing wrong in that. That's why all this comes into householder duties. But what will happen if we become obsessive with that? Okay? There's never ending peace. The mind will be always restless. If I got 1 crore, I want 2 crore. If I got 2 crore, I got 4 crore. If I can't spend even 10 rupees, all those things, the mind will become very centered on money. You have to hold on to money. It's a necessity. That's all. But if your mind is constantly hankering around that, there's a problem. Are you clear?
Yeah, got it.
Any other questions? Anybody?
Thank you.
Namaskar,
Prabhuji, this is regarding Hamsatva, Paramahamsatva.
Paramahamsatva.
Yeah. Is it something related to the intellect, which balances the Ananda at the Atman side and the Dukkha that varies at the mind side, which acts as a shark observer?
Paramahamsa means Jiva.
Yes.
Jiva Bhava is there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So with Jiva Bhava, he has to go to Devaloka. It's called Hamsa Sannyasi.
Okay.
So Paramahamsa is not satisfied. He has to go to Mukti.
Okay.
He doesn't want any Loka. Okay. So now a Hamsa becomes Paramahamsa when discrimination is very sharp. Okay. Viveka, sharp Viveka is there. So it's said that Hamsa is a bird which can separate milk from water.
That is how I was trying to relate.
Right. Hamsa is, but all Hamsas will not do. They'll just drink water.
Yes.
Only Paramahamsa separates the milk from water and drinks the milk.
Symbolic.
So Atma, Anatma separation has been done separated properly.
Yes.
So after separation properly, he says, I am Paramatma, I am Brahman, he is realized clearly. Then all his practice will come to an end. Practice will go. This practice is over now. Okay. So that stage is called Paramahamsa stage. He has become Sahaja Samadhi, Jivanmukta at that stage. Nothing will bother him.
Okay.
So now he has Viveka and Vairagya. Vairagya is developed fully. Vairagya means I don't want any Loka. I want only Atma Loka or Atma Dnana, Brahma Dnana. Okay. Nothing else. Second thing is, he has done practice Samadhi. Now Samadhi Abhyas also not required now. Yes. Because his nature is recognized as Brahman, Atma.
Yes.
Are you clear?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Any questions? Shravan, Saraswati?
Prabhuji, you have explained chapter 4 and chapter 5 of Bhagavad Gita, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga and Karma Sannyasa Yoga, in a new light. I feel I have understood it more clearly. My understanding have become clear.
What is the new light?
I did not get it, Prabhuji.
The new light is, see, karma sannyasa means dropping the job, work.
Yeah.
There are 5 anatmas we have, right? Me, my family, we're holding on to what is called mine as family, our relationships, money, and possession. There are 5 anatmas.
Yeah.
So a sannyasi is dropping 3 anatma: job, money, and family.
Yeah.
And he's struggling to drop the other 2.
Yeah.
Ahankara and mamakara.
Yeah.
Okay? A householder is holding, householder is grahastha, who is samsari, is holding on to all the 5.
Yes.
Okay, that's why he's suffering. A grahastha starts becoming yogi, or he starts going to atmadana. So then what will happen? He will drop the 2. He's trying to let this 3 be there, but I won't get hurt. I'm trying to focus on ahankara and mamakara.
Yeah.
Through Atma Vichara, Shravana, Manana, Nidhyasa, and Karma Yoga, he gets trying to get remove the ahankara, mamakara.
Yeah.
Now, he doesn't have to drop karma. He has
Yeah.
to understand, I'm not the doer.
Yeah.
Kartrutva has to go.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Prabhuji.
Go only with the proper dana. It cannot go by mechanical practice. That's called dana karma sannyasa.
Yeah.
Are you clear?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Anybody else? Any questions? If there are no questions, we can close for the day.
Prabhuji, I have one doubt related to ahankara and mamakara. If ahankara is properly resolved, so but there is no room for mamakara at all.
Correct. Ahankara is properly resolved, mamakara is gone. Root of mamakara is ahankara.
Yes, yes.
Just removing mamakara will not solve the ahankara problem.
Yes, yes. Root is ahankara. If that is resolved, then mamakara there is
Mamakara will go. Mamakara, all panchalatma will go.
it naturally falls back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let us chant. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Nanu Nanembudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Sachidanandatma Shivanamnane Shivoham 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 Atmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Satyadarshanam Antarjyoti Bahirjyoti Pratyak Jyoti Paratpara Jyotireva Jyoti Swayam Jyoti Atma Jyoti Shivosmiham Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.